You feel tired all the time. You're gaining weight, even though you haven't changed how you eat, and that constant urge to pee in the middle of the night? It's starting to get annoying. Here's the scary part. These symptoms aren't just random. 90% of people with them have something in common, prediabetes, and most of them have no idea. 90% of people with prediabetes don't know they have it. Hey there, welcome back to the channel where we decode your body's signals and help you take back control of your health before it's too late. Today, we're diving into the subtle, sneaky signs of prediabetes that almost no one talks about until it's already progressed into full-blown diabetes. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what signs to look out for, how to reduce your risk starting today, and what simple changes can actually reverse prediabetes in its early stages. Here's the deal. Over 96 million adults in the US alone have prediabetes, and most of them don't have a clue. Why? Because the symptoms are so easy to brush off. They feel like everyday annoyances, not red flags. But here's the truth. Catching it early can prevent heart disease, nerve damage, kidney failure, and even blindness. Prediabetes means your blood sugar is higher than normal, but not high enough to be classified as type 2 diabetes, yet. But if left unchecked, it's only a matter of time. Let's talk about the symptoms. If you have 2 or more of these, it's time to pay serious attention. Constant fatigue. You slept 8 hours, and you're still exhausted. Why? It's not just aging or stress. When your body starts developing insulin resistance, your cells can't absorb glucose as efficiently from your bloodstream. And glucose is your body's main source of energy. So even though you have sugar circulating in your blood, your cells are starving, and you feel tired all the time. According to a study published in Diabetes Care, individuals with prediabetes report significantly higher levels of fatigue and lower energy than people with normal glucose levels. It's your body sending an early SOS signal, but most people ignore it. Frequent urination, especially at night. If you're getting up once or even multiple times during the night to pee, that's not just annoying. It could be your kidneys trying to flush out the extra sugar in your blood. See, when blood sugar is elevated, your kidneys have to work overtime to filter it. They pull water from your tissues to do the job, which leads to, you guessed it, more frequent trips to the bathroom. A paper published in Frontiers in Endocrinology found that nighttime urination, also called nocturia, is more prevalent in people with impaired glucose tolerance, even before full-blown diabetes develops. Increased thirst. Now, because you're urinating more, your body is constantly losing water. This triggers a biological response. You get thirsty, really thirsty. And this isn't regular thirst after a workout. It's persistent, nagging, and doesn't seem to go away no matter how much water you drink. In fact, this symptom, known as polydipsia, is often one of the first that prediabetics and diabetics report once they're diagnosed. The American Diabetes Association lists it as a key early warning sign, particularly when paired with frequent urination, unexplained weight gain, or difficulty losing weight. This one hits hard, literally. You're eating the same, maybe even cutting calories, and you're still gaining weight, especially around your belly. Here's what's happening. Insulin resistance leads to more circulating insulin, a hormone that not only regulates blood sugar, but also signals your body to store fat, especially visceral fat around your organs. A major study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed that abdominal fat is tightly linked to insulin resistance, even in people who aren't classified as obese. The frustrating part? Dieting without addressing the underlying insulin resistance won't solve it. Blurry vision. Vision is one of those things we all take for granted until it goes blurry randomly. But what's sugar got to do with sight? A lot, actually. Elevated blood glucose causes the lenses in your eyes to swell, which alters their shape and temporarily impairs focus. This is different from age-related issues. It can come and go depending on your blood sugar. According to the National Eye Institute, changes in vision are often among the earliest signs of diabetes-related complications, and they can begin during the pre-diabetic phase, long before retinopathy kicks in. Slow wound healing. Have you ever noticed a small cut or scrape taking forever to heal? That's not just bad skin. It could be your blood sugar interfering with your body's natural repair process. High glucose levels impair circulation, damage small blood vessels, and disrupt the function of white blood cells that fight infections and rebuild tissue. A 2019 review in Advances in Wound Care found that even mildly elevated glucose levels can significantly slow down wound healing and increase the risk of infection. And yes, it happens even if you're only prediabetic. Tingling or numbness in hands and feet. You know that pins and needles feeling when your foot falls asleep? Imagine that randomly happening and sticking around. That's a sign of early nerve damage. Chronically elevated glucose levels can inflame nerves, disrupt their signal pathways, and eventually lead to something called peripheral neuropathy. According to the Diabetes and Metabolism Journal, prediabetics have a higher risk of developing this condition even before they meet the criteria for type 2 diabetes. So, if you feel numbness, tingling, or a burning sensation, especially in your toes or fingers, don't brush it off. Now, if you're thinking, I've had 2 or 3 of those for a while, you're not alone. But don't panic. Prediabetes can often be reversed, and the earlier you take action, the better your chances. Here's what you can do starting today. Cut back on processed carbs and added sugars. White bread, sodas, cereals, sweetened yogurts, pastries. These foods may seem harmless, but they spike your blood sugar quickly and contribute directly to insulin resistance. Instead, opt for whole foods. Vegetables, legumes, berries, lean proteins, and whole grains like quinoa or oats. These help stabilize your blood sugar and lower inflammation. A study in the New England Journal of Medicine found that people who reduced their intake of processed carbs and sugars saw a significant improvement in insulin sensitivity in as little as 12 weeks. Move your body daily. Exercise is one of the most powerful tools you have. You don't need a gym membership. Just walk. 30 minutes a day of brisk walking, 5 times a week, can slash your risk of developing type 2 diabetes by up to 58%, according to the landmark Diabetes Prevention Program (DPP) study. Even short bursts of movement after meals, like a 10-minute walk, can dramatically reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes. Get tested, don't guess. If any of the symptoms we covered sound familiar, talk to your doctor about getting an A1C test. This simple blood test tells you your average blood sugar over the last 2 to 3 months. An A1C between 5.7% and 6.4% means you're in the pre-diabetic range. The good news? It's not a diagnosis. It's a warning and a wake-up call. Prioritize sleep and manage stress. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which in turn increases blood sugar levels, even in people without diabetes. Add poor sleep to the mix, and you're compounding the damage. According to the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, just 1 night of poor sleep can reduce insulin sensitivity the next day. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep and explore stress management tools like deep breathing, meditation, or journaling. Even 10 minutes a day can make a measurable difference. Consider support and accountability. Whether it's joining a walking group, working with a coach, or simply telling a friend about your health goals, support makes a difference. In the Diabetes Prevention Program study, participants who had accountability and coaching lost more weight and maintained healthy habits longer than those who tried to go it alone. The bottom line: the worst thing you can do is ignore the signs. The best thing? Start with awareness and then take 1 small step today. Just 1. Because prediabetes doesn't mean you're doomed. It means you have a window. A critical opportunity to reclaim your health before the damage is permanent. If this video helped open your eyes, share it with someone you care about. You might just save a life. Hit that like button if this content helped you. Subscribe for more weekly content to help you better understand your body and make informed choices. And remember, your body is always talking to you. Listen closely, take action early, and stay curious. You've got this.